Hi and welcome. Martina here with another video for the latest Crafty Meraki release. This video will be focusing on Lavender Whimsy. This is a beautiful die with a matching stencil set where you can create this beautiful and huge flower, which brings you so many opportunities, I think. But before I start with the Lavender Whimsy motif, I'm going to create a background for it. I'm using the Diamond Dazzle Meraki Shimmer Plate and the Opal foil, the Spellbinder's Opal Glimmer foil. I'm cutting it to size and already placing it on my plate. And then I had a slightly, not so well thought through idea, and I took a piece of washi tape to glue my card base to the plate. And after I sent everything through the glimmer system, you can see why this idea wasn't so well to glue everything to the plate. But it was very important to me that I have a nicely aligned card base, and because the Diamond Dazzle plate is, well, you can see if you have a wonky line, and I didn't want that, so I didn't think it through. But we will make it work, I promise. But let's first try to reveal that beauty, because that's always the best part to do, right? But now you already see the washi tape glue is sticking to my plate, but I just had to rub over it 2 or 3 times and it was perfectly fine after that, so no big issue. But now the reveal. I absolutely love it, especially with that opal foil where you get these, well, it looks like it's there, but it's not really there, and you have to have a very close look, but not too close. It's amazing. I like it. And then I'm starting to create my Lavender Whimsy. I have 3 layers for the flower parts and 2 layers for the greenery part. And from the beginning, I was thinking about how can I include something different than just ink blending. But for the start, I'm using a very light purple tone in a dye ink. Again, dye ink, because I think, it just gives you more crisp and fun and fresh images than probably a distress oxide would give. And I also imagined that the dye ink probably dries faster than a distress oxide would do. So I would be able to, include another technique than just ink blending. I'm now trying to imagine which layer I want to add in, another technique, and I decided that quite fast. So I'm just skipping layer 2 but adding layer 3 now with a even darker tone of purple, just to get these details and shades in these Lavender Whimsies. And as soon as I've done this, I am going to add the greenery, because I knew this will be ink blended just regularly. And as always, when I ink blend greenery, I'm not taking too much care of an even coverage of ink, because I like it if it has slightly more movement and shadows in that greenery. And I think you can create that if you just don't take too much care if you're applying the ink. I'm now adding the darker green, which helps me to create some details on the greenery. And then the ink blending part for this particular design is already done. I am now going to the, additional technique, and I decided that this will be heat embossing. I have, put the stencil number 2 on top of my ink blended and dried design, and then applied some embossing ink with a blender brush through the stencil and covered everything with a purple sparkly embossing powder. I'm just making sure that I don't have too many escaped glitter particles before I start to heat set the powder. And as always, I really like to watch the embossing powder dance. It's a really satisfying and calming and enjoyable process. I really, really like it. I am then taking the dye, and as always with this beautiful and easy alignable huge dies, I'm using a piece of washi tape to make sure that everything stays in place when I'm sending it through the machine, and I can start to assemble my card. I am using double-sided adhesive tape to place my hot foiled background piece to the card, and I'm then gluing my Lavender Whimsy on top of that using some double-sided adhesive foam tapes. Because I thought a sentiment would be kind of nice, I've been grabbing the Bold and Beautiful stamp set. This is an older Crafty Meraki stamp set I love that font of that stamp set. That's why I use it again and again and again. And I'm just using a piece of cardstock, stamping the sentiment on, and I'm now just placing it on the top right corner of my card with some foam adhesive tapes just to add even more layers to the card. I'm then trying to find the perfect color of my dewdrops and gems of Crafty Meraki, and as soon as I decided which one I would like, I am grabbing my Burley Arts glue, my pickup tool, and can then start to place these little drops of glue on the card and apply the dewdrops on top of these glue parts. I think this is just the easiest way to apply these drops, at least it is for me. And this is the finished card. I really like it. I hope you like it as much as I do. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I wish you a wonderful day. See you next time. Bye.